I wanna walk like you, talk like you too. And that's it. Bye, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell and like this video if you want more. Bye.
Bye.
Perfect.
No, I told you they were very, very, very talented. And, you know, one of these days I'm going to invite them onto City TV's Breakfast Daily. If Her Excellency will allow me to. We have a slot where, performers, some of the biggest performers in the country, musicians in the country, they come and perform. And it would be great to have them, live on TV. So maybe we can talk about that. Would you come? Would you come?
Thank you so much.
You're very talented.
Of
Thank you for
course.
sharing that with me. Hello, welcome to another episode of Diplomatic License on City TV. Of course, my name is Apioko Seram Ashong Abe, and in case you're wondering where I am, there's nature, the sky, the sun, the grass, coded location, Shai Hills, right here in Ghana. If you remember the last episode, we had Her Excellency, the Ambassador of Israel to Ghana, Liberia, and Sierra Leone, Miss Shani Cooper, with us, and she did tell us that she's interested in nature and that she would involve us in one of her special interests the next time she was going. So we're at Shai Hills and we're going to do some hiking. Come with us. Welcome to Diplomatic License on City TV. Hello, welcome.
How are you?
Well, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you very much.
And thank you for bringing us to Shai Hills.
Thank you for coming.
So what's the plan? We're going to do some hiking?
Yes,
Okay.
we are going to walk a little bit to feel the air.
Great. Is this your first time here? I imagine not.
Oh, no.
It's your home.
Yeah, well, I must tell you the truth. This is the place where I fell in love with Ghana.
Wow. How long ago was that?
I've arrived to Ghana a year and few months ago, and then really maybe 2 weeks after we've arrived, our friends took us here.
Okay.
And it was August, so it was a little bit raining, and it was all green, and I walked around, I looked on the sky and on the earth, and I said, I feel that I'm in the right place.
That is beautiful. And so do you come here often since then?
Yes, I come with my family.
Okay.
I have
So your family is and they're lovers of nature as well, your daughters, your husband.
I'm trying to educate them to love nature more. But in this era, you know, they prefer going with their
Yes, the phone, the
phones and
TV.
everything.
I know.
But I was raised on the values of loving nature and walking, hiking, and really feeling with my own body what nature has to give.
That's lovely. But have you been to any other spaces in Ghana apart from Shai Hills?
Yes, of course. Of course. Ghana is beautiful, and
It is.
right?
We don't get to experience it enough. I mean, a lot of Ghanaians, especially people who live in Accra, tend to think that Accra is all Ghana has to offer because there are all these nice high-rise buildings, the supermarkets are there, but I think that it's important, like you said, to experience the nature, the greenery, the earth, the smell. It smells so fresh here.
Right. And even to get a little bit dirty, touch the ground, and you know, in Israel, this is one of the things that we do a lot because it's even part of our curriculum in schools. When I was a young student, the teachers took us to walk around in Israel. We were driving for 2 hours. just in order to get to a place, to hike for 2 hours and then to go back.
And I think that's important to, well, I used to teach, and I know you have, you've been a teacher before to a lecturer as well, am I right?
Yes, in university.
Yes, and one of the things that is very important is activity, to get the mind going, the blood flowing, even before you sit down in front of the board to learn the lesson. So I think that's very important, and maybe something Ghana can learn from Israel. Yeah.
Yes, and it's nice at the end of the day. You're going out, you're doing something else. It's nice also to shop.
Of course.
Right? but it has another sense of... I feel alive when I'm in nature, really. I feel that I connect more to the country and I understand the country more. Because, in Israel, history and Bible are all around. I was born 1 kilometer from the Jordan River.
Wow.
So when I walk or when I woke up in the morning seeing my the Jordan River, this is my childhood view. And then when you hike along Israel and along the trails over there, you can really see history. So it makes you love even more your own country. I was born 1 kilometer from the Jordan River, and for me the Jordan River is my childhood memories. And when you walk around the trails of Israel, you can really feel history, and you can feel the Bible coming alive, and it's wonderful. So, by the way, there is a trail in Israel which is crossing the whole Israel from the north to the south. It takes 2 months to do it.
How long is it, do you know?
In kilometers?
Yes.
No, I don't. But families are just taking their children, and they are doing it in each weekend. They are doing another part, and then it takes a year until they finish it. So it's wonderful.
So how, I'm interested in how this trail is preserved. Has it been in Israel all the time, or was it created for a certain purpose?
All the trails in Israel are a creation of the state, in order to make sure that people know nature and know the ways around Israel. And this one specifically is just an alignment of a lot of trails that were around, and they are
sort of connected everything
exactly
together.
They in Israel. I wanted to say something. Come.
Okay.
So.
Oh, you know your way around.
Next will be my favorite part.
Ooh.
It's nice, huh?
Beautiful.
And also this rock has its own history here in Ghana. So you can really feel that you are walking where your ancestors
absolutely
stepped.
Yeah, even you can see the road markings.
Yep. And the trails of the water. This is exactly what made me fall in love with Ghana. Look at the greatness of this. Look how green it is. This green you can never see in Israel. And even though we are now in a dry season,
it's still green.
It's still green, because I said I was born next to the Jordan River, but it's a desert. So we've had maybe 1 month of green, And then all the others, in one day,
It's just dry.
everything is yellow. And then it becomes black because of the fires.
So tell me, yes, you said this is where you fell in love with Ghana, but I want you to explain to me exactly how you felt when you saw it. Because for me, I'm picking up that this was very spiritual for you. It wasn't just, oh, it's beautiful, it's greenery. It was deeper than that.
Yes. You know, I'm moving a lot in my life as a diplomat. It is the 5th time that I'm moving from country to country, taking my children, taking my husband, having all this responsibility on my shoulders. And then when you go, every time that you're going to or arriving to a new place, you are looking for something familiar, something that will make you a little bit feel like home. And that was the feeling for me here. I felt that I know what it is. I know to walk, I know to see to look at the view, I can understand the nature. So for me, it felt like home.
It's beautiful. Now let's talk a little bit more about your Ghanaian experience. I mean, since in the last time we met, we spoke about growing up, we spoke about Israel, but let's talk about what it's been like for you in Ghana. You arrived, or your tenure here began on the 15th of August, 2018. And a little birdie tells me it was a day before your birthday.
Right?
What was that like? Coming to a new, this wasn't your first time on the continent of Africa, no? I've been in Egypt before,
yes,
but sub-Saharan Africa.
It was my first time.
What was that like?
I must say that it was surprising. I thought that I know how everything looks like. I thought that I know the world. I've been traveling around so many times in so many places, but Africa was definitely new to me. And when I applied to this position, I applied because I knew that Ghana is a little bit more developed than the others, and Ghana is a little bit more I knew that Ghana is a little bit more developed than the other countries in the continent, and I knew that the education is good. I knew all of these things, but only when I arrived here and few months later when I began working, I realized how important this decision was for me. Because in Ghana, the love for Israel is so real. People are nursing it from home, from churches, and then you are walking in such a positive atmosphere and all the doors are open for you and you can really just do the work without thinking about, how to struggle in and walk around.
How to be too much of a diplomat.
Yes.
And just feel free. And it's true. In Ghana, we do love Israel. I'm sure you know by now that our population, as far as religion is concerned, is about almost 79% Christian. And the Bible, the places we read about, we know they're alive in Israel. So for a lot of us, and I'm Christian too, a lot of us are yearning to go there. And even people who don't belong to the Christian faith, we've got people who are also they practice Judaism here. We've got Muslims, you know that, and then the traditional religions and atheists. Everybody is yearning to go to Israel because of the kind of history that we're taught right from the time you start school. And you read about, you mentioned the Jordan, you read about Jerusalem, of course, and for us, when we meet somebody who comes from Israel, the first question is it really what we read about? Is it really what we hear? Do these places really exist? And
they exist. Although when we're sending students to Israel for agriculture programs and others, and they go, and it happens several times, they go and tell their mothers, "Mommy, I'm going to study in Jerusalem," and she says, "It's not possible because Jerusalem is in heaven."
That's interesting.
Yes. But it is, Israel has, you're going to that corner, you can see where Jesus was baptized, and the other corner was where King David built his forts, and everything is full of history. But I think that what's interesting most in Israel is that next to the tradition and the history, there is also a huge modern scene with a lot of startups and young people going around and celebrating. Tel Aviv is a 24/7 hour city. Really, you can never rest over there. We have the beach, we have the Dead Sea and the Red Sea. Millions of years that it's here. But we are only a small portion.
We're walking on history. Walking on history. I don't know if any archaeologists have done any research to how old the rocks are.
Time to rest.
It is. This is like a scene from The Lion King. It's so beautiful.
Okay.
And I love how beyond the horizon you can see the settlement, and it just reminds us how close we are to nature, but it seems so far away. I need to come here more often.
I agree.
So, I mean, the last time I went hiking was a little over 2 years ago. There's something that City FM does, City TV now does every year, called the Heritage Caravan. And we tour all the regions of Ghana in 8 days, essentially. So it's back to back, very much. We do some hiking. So we got to Mole, and because there's so many people coming, people from the diaspora, people, Ghanaians who have never experienced Ghana, people had never traveled from the south to the north before. There's so many of us, about 150, and we couldn't take the safari trucks, into the forest. So we had to hike. And we got there, and the elephants are coming out, and then they tell you, oh, you need to be quiet because now you're one with nature. The antelope. It's so amazing. But I'm saying this not just because I'm inviting you on the next one.
Oh, I must come.
But I'm also wondering which other parts of Ghana you've experienced. I know it's been a little over a year, but it seems to me as though you've made Ghana your home, and we welcome you. And what other parts of Ghana have you experienced?
Well, of course, I went to the east and the central region and up to Kumasi. I haven't visited yet the north, but it's on my to-do list.
Yes, we have to take you along.
But all in all, when I'm traveling with my children, we are trying to do it family friendly, so not long trips and nice corners. And we find here plenty of beautiful corners like this, when you can see what Ghana's nature has to offer. It's very nice. And generally, I must say, I love going outside, whether it's on the ground or underwater or above in the sky. Whatever. I love extreme, so whatever makes me feel alive.
So what are some of your other hobbies? Because I know hiking is just one, I'm very sure.
Yes.
Well, what else do you do?
Well, I'm scuba diving.
Oh, wow.
And it's so nice.
No, guys, you should have seen the look on the crew's faces when she mentioned scuba diving.
I'm scuba diving. I've been doing it for the last probably 20 years. It began as a hint of the moment, just something that I wanted to do, and then since then, everywhere I go, I'm trying to see if I can scuba dive. And you know what? I'm still looking for a place to scuba dive here in Ghana.
I'll find a place for you. I will. I promise. I'm sure there must be at least one place. I'll find a place for you. And what else? Do you swim?
I swim, of course, and I love extreme generally. So. Bungee jumping and diving and all kind of canopy ropes and everything. And now that my daughter is old enough, she can do these things with me. So we're going around, whether it's to amusement parks and doing all the highest,
the craziest.
Yes.
Right.
Or last time, when I scuba dived, she came along, and it was wonderful.
It's beautiful. I don't know if you've heard about it, but there's something that's been happening in Ghana, I think over the last year or so. It's called the Ascent. So they go to the military training camp around Teshinungwa. And the camp, so the military at during the time, it's usually for a weekend, so Saturday, Sunday, they'll open up the camp and then they let you do the obstacle course. And you know what military obstacle courses are like. So there's a climbing and really, really extreme. So I'll look out for the next one and I'll let you know. Yes. My husband did it last year and he got a medal. Yeah, so he's feeling very proud of himself. I didn't go. I was pregnant at the time, so yeah, maybe we should try it together.
Yes,
yeah,
although I will probably, I'm not that strong like a soldier in the army.
No. So what they do, so what they've done is they've sort of replicated their experience for everyday people like us who just love to experience nature and extreme sports. So it's not as rigorous. It's funny because some of the military men and women actually stand on the sidelines and then they're laughing at us like, oh, this is not difficult. It's fun. So
but I do other things in life, right? When you've asked me, what do you do after work? So I must say that mostly I work after work. But when I'm not working, I'm also singing in a choir.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And I was very surprised, or I was very happy to see that there are so many choirs and that there is so much music and rhythm in Ghana and dancing. So it was wonderful to see it, because also in Israel we have something that is called communal singing.
Okay.
A lot of people who don't know each other at all are coming together and sit in front of a screen and just sing together the songs. And here it takes the choir takes this position.
So how does it work? So there's a big screen and then they project the words and anybody can just walk in and sing?
Yes, there is a pianist or a singer. They lead the song, and there are songs and songs one after the other, and everybody is singing, and it's really a unifying experience because we human beings are social creatures. We need social activities. We need to bond between one to another, and these kind of activities.
Is it done within a big hall or it's outdoors?
It can be outdoors, it can be inside halls, it depends on the weather. As always.
That is beautiful. What kind of music? So you sing with a choir?
Yes.
But what kind of music do you typically like?
Typically?
Yeah.
I like Israeli rock.
We need to hear some of that.
Yeah, I can give you that, but yes, and I love going to live concerts and jump around and see the...
Have you been to any Ghanaian concerts yet?
No, unfortunately no. Well, once, but it was sitting and...
Okay, so again, I'm going to invite you to one. We have I don't know if you'll be in town for Christmas. Or do you plan to go to Israel with the family?
Will be until the 22nd.
Okay, no, so we'll be after that. But I mean, plenty of opportunities. We'll take you to a concert so you can have some fun. Some of them can get a little rowdy, of course. So I know where to take you so that you can still jump and have fun. But it's nicely put together. But I was wondering if you could teach me a song since you sing, because I like to sing too. I try to sing. I sing in choirs. Yeah, I dance. I do poetry as well.
I know.
So,
a song in Hebrew?
If yes, I'll try.
I have to think. I really have to think about a song because Hebrew is difficult. It's not easy.
Or even English, any that comes to mind.
I don't want to go on the corny things that everybody sings, but okay. This song won the Eurovision Song Contest, which is a song contest of all Europe, and it's called Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Okay.
So I'll sing one sentence and then you'll sing after me.
Okay.
Hallelujah la'olam.
Hallelujah la'olam.
Bravo. Hallelujah yashiru kulam.
Hallelujah לשיר כולם.
במילה אחת בודדה, הלב מלא בהמון תודה.
Yeah, that you got me.
Okay, wait. במילה אחת בודדה,
במילה אחת בודדה,
הלב מלא בהמון תודה.
הלב מלא בהמון תודה.
בראבו. ועולם גם הוא.
ועולם גם הוא.
איזה עולם נפלא.
איזה עולם נפלא.
And then there is the second person there. And so it says, it means, hallelujah to the world. Hallelujah, everybody will join in one word, hallelujah. The heart fills with thank you, forgiving, and pounds. What a great word.
Wow.
Yes.
It's a beautiful song. Now I have to try to teach you one.
Okay.
Let's see. Maybe we should do a very, very traditional one. And it's easy. So I'm Gan Eve. I'm sure you've experienced some of the ethnic groups. So my father, my father has a lot of things, but yes, predominantly Ghana. That's where Apioko, my name, comes from. It's the name given to the second born girl in my family. But it also means gold. So if you went to the mountains beyond Ebri, there are languages that they speak, and Apioko means money, gold. So there are all those connections.
Nice.
And so he's from Boom, which is just next to Pram Pram. So not far from here. And my grandmother, his mom, was from Ikuapim. Yes, and then my mom is ever from Peki in the Volta region. Yes. But there are these songs. I spent my younger years, my much younger years in the U.S. And my dad was in school, and then my parents were there working, and I was born there. And coming back to Ghana, the first thing I wanted to do at 9 or 10 was learn Ghanaian songs. So I learned how to speak Ga when I came to Ghana. And there's this one song that has stuck with me throughout my childhood. And it's about food. Ghanaians, we like to sing about food.
Oh, in a minute we'll have some surprise for you.
Oh, I love surprises. But it's very simple. So, tatale, oh tatale.
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 Ebe tatale.
Ebe tatale.
Namo baye tatale.
Namo baye tatale.
Ebe tatale.
Ebe tatale.
Namo baye tatale.
Namo baye tatale.
Yeah. So I'll explain it to you. Like I said, it's about food. So tatale is, well, unfortunately in Accra we don't see it much anymore, but it's one of those traditional Ghana meals, and we use plantain to make it.
Yeah.
So if you have plantain that's become very ripe and very soft, you mash it and then you mix it with flour, palm oil, onion, some pepper, almost like a plantain pancake, very spicy one. And then you fry it just like a pancake, and you eat it with a bambara bean stew or mash, or you could have it with black-eyed beans, like the one we use for red.
Yes.
So the song is just saying, tatale, or you're calling the people in the community, oh, the tatale is ready. It's ready. Ebe, it's ready. Who wants to eat tatale? Come eat with me.
Nice.
That's the idea. Very communal, you know.
Yes. So, I have a surprise for you.
I love surprises.
You know that in every hike, the most important thing is the snacks. So I brought you, especially from Israel, 4 samples of snacks, Israeli snacks, and we're going to try here.
Okay.
This is one. I'll take them all. Let's put them here.
Okay.
Okay. This one is called Bisli.
Bisli. Okay. What's it made
means
of?
it means my bite.
My bite.
Okay.
Bisli.
Yes, and this is wheat.
Okay.
It's like from pasta. Can you see it?
Yes.
And they promise that it tastes like grill, but I'm not sure. What I thought that we will try all the 4 kinds,
Okay.
yes, and then you'll tell me what you liked best, and I will tell you if it matches the Israeli palate.
Okay.
Okay?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So, Bisli grill.
Okay. Okay. I taste the barbecue there. And it's whole wheat.
Yes, it's only wheat.
I like it.
Okay, so this is one.
Okay.
The second is again Bisli, but this one is pizza flavored.
Okay. Oh, my favorite.
Really? So I'm not sure that you will feel that it's pizza, but I don't promise anything.
Okay. So this way pizza. A lot of chili. I'm not sure about pizza, but yeah, chili. A bit of a tomato kick. Okay.
So that's the second candidate. The third one is called teddy bears, dubonim. It's a potato snack.
Okay.
So you'll find it probably familiar with the taste. Right? It's like it looks like a teddy bear. That's why.
Can you see it?
And
So how do you say it in Hebrew?
dubonim.
Dubonim.
Yes,
Okay,
teddy bears. Yeah.
Dubonim.
And the last one is called Bamba.
Bamba.
Yes. And it's made from peanuts. I hope you're not aware of it.
Not at all. Bamba.
Smell it.
Yeah, I smell the peanuts. Okay, so these are like peanut puffs.
Yes.
I taste the peanut.
Okay. Which one
This is hard. I think these two are my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I like potato a lot, so I'm guessing. And then I do love peanuts. I don't know if you've had groundnut soup yet.
Yes,
Yes,
of course.
So
Yes.
it's my favorite soup. The only one my mother could ever get me to eat without any.
I love a different one. The light soup.
The light soup. Light
Yes.
soup is then you can live with my dad forever and ever. You can have light soup 3 times a day, 7 days a week, 356 days a year.
In a minute, I'll tell you something funny about my first experience with light soup.
But okay. I think I like the bamba.
So, I am happy to announce that your palate matches the Israeli one. And this is the most favorite snack in Israel. And yay! You can all taste it now and enjoy Israeli snacks. And then, meanwhile,
They're all nice though. Viewers, they're all really good, but that's just my favorite. Yeah.
and in the meanwhile, when they taste it, I will tell you that one time I went to a restaurant with a very senior Ghanaian person. It was a local restaurant. So, and he ordered light soup. So I said, okay, light and soup, it sounds fine, right? And I ordered light soup. I took one sip, only one. It was so hot.
The pepper.
So
I'm sorry.
hot. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't talk. I couldn't do anything. I started crying. I stood against the air conditioner. And this senior person, he was just, bring her rice. This is what
Rice.
she will eat rice. That was my experience with light soup.
But yeah, so I mean, I'll tell you a little bit more about light soup when we come back. But of course, this is still Diplomatic License on City TV. My name is Apioka, and we've been speaking to Her Excellency Shani Cooper. She is the ambassador of Israel to Ghana, also to Liberia and Sierra Leone, and we will be right back. Welcome back, still Diplomatic License on City TV, and once again, my name is Apioko, and I'm here with the lovely, the affable, the amazingly talented, I mean, there's so many ways to describe her, and I'm so happy I've met her, Her Excellency Shani Cooper. She is the ambassador of Israel to Ghana, to Liberia, and Sierra Leone. What a portfolio. And we've been talking about so many things. Now, Your Excellency, before the break, we were talking about your experience with light soup, which was more pepper soup. And I'm sorry about that. Our food tends to be very spicy. But I mean, the thing with light soup is there's light soup and then there's pepper soup. Pepper soup is just an escalated version of light soup.
Oh.
So our Ghana man should have told you. You know, but I'm glad you tried it, you know, and since then it's become your favorite soup.
Yes, when it's mild.
When it's mild. And then
But also tilapia.
oh yes,
I love it. I love it.
with banku,
No, with rice.
with rice.
Yes.
Interesting.
Because when you have fresh fish, and here the fish are in a very good, they have a very good taste, then, you know, it's worth it all, really. It makes the dinner. But yes, I had a lot of experiences here in Ghana, and for example, the handshake. It took me a while to understand how you shake and then you snap and snap.
Let's try it. Yeah.
The beginning, I couldn't understand what's going on over there, which sound it is, but
And that
It's very
symbolizes
nice.
a lot of camaraderie. So once you're familiar with a person and once you're welcome, that's what the handshake becomes.
And you know, there are some similarities and some differences between Israel and Ghana. And one of the similarities is the familiarity. Everybody is your brother, you are hugging them, but the problem is that in Israel sometimes it goes to the extreme, and then people are not calling you Mrs. or Mr. They are using your first name. Even our Prime Minister and President, they have a nickname, and everybody's calling them. You can never hear someone saying Mr. Netanyahu. No, it will be Bibi. But really, the warmth and the human-loving people and welcoming nature of the Ghanaians is really, really similar to the Israeli one.
Then that must have made you feel at home.
Yes,
I'm sure.
Definitely.
Okay, so I want to ask, what's your favorite experience in Ghana been so far? I know it'll be hard because there'll probably be many.
So many. Wow. I can't really choose my most favorite activity or thing that I've done here, but I can tell you about one thing that in the first time that I did it, on the first time it was very surprising in me, and this is church. I went to speak to people in a church in a huge gathering of several churches. There were 5,000 people over there, and 5 choirs, and a lot of... And I stood up, I went on the stage, and I talked about Israel, and people were excited, and they were so happy. And when I went down from the stage, I felt... First of all, I felt the love in Ghana, but I also felt like a rock star because the energy that the people have over there is amazing, and it was a unique experience. I don't think that I will ever have this kind of experience.
That's beautiful. But do you speak in churches a lot? I mean, I'm sure, of course, you do the large gatherings, and it's part of the job. But in private time, away from the cameras and the press and all the diplomacy, do you find yourself going into spaces to talk to people as well while you're in Ghana?
Yes, of course, I'm doing it, but you should remember that, although it's a diplomatic license and we are talking about what we're doing after work, when you receive your diplomatic license, it's for life. It's 24 hours a day. And even when I work with my children and they are doing something that I don't like, I am still a diplomat. I am still representing Israel. And it stays with me all along when I'm in Ghana, Liberia, or Sierra Leone.
Well, and I know in the previous episode we spoke a lot, but what's that like? Is that one of the parts of your job that you like or don't like?
It's difficult because of I feel that sometimes I don't have enough privacy, especially with the family, because I'm walking around and people know me. I'm not a celebrity, but people look at me.
Definitely.
And sometimes it's difficult. Most of the time it's nice.
How do you deal with it?
Every morning I wake up, I'm telling myself, Shani, you're not doing it for yourself, you're doing it for your country. And this is my way to overcome all the difficulties.
We'll be doing something shortly, but before we get into that, your love for Israel is, it's electrifying. And I love Ghana so much. Unfortunately, not everybody loves Ghana the way I do. I will share with you and now the whole world that I'm in Ghana. Being in Ghana is a choice. I could have been anywhere else in the world. But being in Ghana is a choice because I feel as though if I'm not here to contribute in my own way to develop it, no one else is going to do that for me. And I feel that deep love for Israel that you have for your country. How important to you, and share with everybody who's watching, is it for people to be patriotic and to express love every day, every minute for his or her country?
I was born to a country that educated us to love it, and to a family that educated us that we have to serve our country and to volunteer and to give back to the country that gives us so much. And I think that in our world where there are globalization and individualization is taking place, it's important to find your national identity and to love your country as a person, not only as a people, to understand why you're here. And you were saying that you're here from a choice, and I think that this is maybe the highest level of love there is.
Thank you. Thank you. Beautiful. So now let's do something a little fun before we go back down the hill.
Yes.
Because lots
Roll
of
down
emotions,
the hill.
yeah. So, anytime we talk about patriotism and love for country, it makes me very emotional. So, and I feel that energy from you too. So thank you. Thank you. But I'm going to mention 10 words, one after the other.
Oh my God.
Yes, don't worry. So you're just going to mention the first thing that comes to your mind. Don't think about it too much. First thing that pops into your head when I mention the word. Okay? So we call it our quick 10. Are you ready? What are you expecting?
I hope not to fail.
Oh, no, of course not. Okay. So, first things first. Food.
Love it.
I like that. Fashion.
On my way.
Okay. Culture.
Music.
Okay. Religion.
Judaism.
Jewelry.
Gold and only gold.
Wow. Okay. I can see. All right. Hair.
Curls.
It has to be. Your curls are beautiful.
Thanks.
Absolutely beautiful. Nature.
Desert.
Okay. The beach.
Scuba diving.
Education.
Books.
Okay. And funnily enough, literature.
Poetry.
Oh, a woman after my own heart. Okay. Subject.
Subjects. I can't understand the...
Anything that pops.
Emails?
Emails. Interest. Okay, so the subject in an email. Interesting. Yeah, you work a lot.
Yes, I do.
Cars.
Well, it's only say it again.
Cars.
Only a way of
Only
transportation.
a way of transportation. You'd love to walk, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, if you could.
Yeah.
Okay. Family.
My life.
Home.
My parents.
Love.
Yeah, my husband.
Okay. Beautiful. 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 Okay. Wow. You're deep. Beautiful. So, guys, we're going to go back down the hill, and then we wrap this up. Okay? And I have a gift for you. So, when we get downstairs, I will give it to you.
Yes.
Yeah. Now I'm saying downstairs like it's our bedroom. Yeah. I could sleep here. Well, I did tell you that Ambassador Cooper is many things, and clearly she's very soulful, very deep. Her energy is amazing. you need to meet her. I'm so glad that I have, and it's been an amazing conversation. But before we leave, we're going to climb to the top of the summit of this hill or mountain. Is it a hill or a mountain?
It's a rock.
A rock. This huge rock. So, and then we'll meet you downstairs. And look at me, I'm saying downstairs like it's my bedroom, and I could actually sleep here. It's that beautiful. We'll be right back.
Beautiful. Thank you.
putting
How
your
did you
hands
know
quite
that
heavy.
I want exactly?
Well, I didn't know,
One like
but it
this,
just
huh?
spoke to me. There were several things, and this just spoke to me.
Thank you so much.
You're very
Thank you.
welcome.
It's
You're
beautiful,
welcome.
and
You're
I hope
welcome.
to see you again.
Of course.
Maybe we'll bungee jump together.
Yes, we must.
next
Bungee
time.
jump, scuba dive, everything extreme.
Okay.
Should I
Thank
help
you.
you with it to
No,
the car?
It's fine. It's
Sure.
fine.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we did promise you that we're going to have a very adventurous, insightful, exciting episode today with Ambassador Shani Cooper of Israel. Ambassador of Israel to Ghana, Sierra Leone, and Liberia. And I think we gave you just that here at Shai Hills. We've been hiking, and of course, the conversations have been very soulful. She's an amazing, warm person, and I'm so glad that I met her. You need to as well. This has been Diplomatic License on City TV. My name is Apioko Seram Ashong Abe, your host as always. And do catch us next week for another episode. Who knows where we'll go next? Maybe bungee jumping. Stay tuned.